Lifting is one of those rare hobbies where you start because you feel small and continue because you still feel small, just in a much more sophisticated way. There's no final screen where a treasure chest appears underneath the magic tree of life, the item acquisition music plays, and the screen says, "Congratulations, you have completed self-improvement," and you emotionally retire in the first third of the game. You just hit one small goal and then immediately invent a new insecurity with better lighting. Actually, you obtain the physique equivalent of the Master Sword, only to discover it does not fix the fact that your calves look slightly underdeveloped from that one specific angle. So now you can A. Practice backwalking for even more hours of your life, or B. Get a new mirror with slightly higher resolution. So why even care about being fit if there's no final boss? At least no one without a fried egg on his forehead. One answer is, you stop chasing bitches and start chasing what kind of person you want to be. Not, I want a six-pack by June, but I want to be the kind of person who takes care of my body even when nobody's watching, who also has a six-pack by June, which works great until life happens. Your job gets stressful, a new KFC opens right around the corner, so your cut turns into a bulk, your bulk turns into a documentary about ultra-processed foods, and suddenly you find yourself typing Ozempic 20 pounds fat loss, how much? Into your Google search bar like you're asking Navi to upgrade your metabolism. But when you zoom out to those bigger long-term goals, like not getting winded on the Stairmaster, the small setbacks stop being identity crises and go back to being what they actually are. A leg day, or in video game terminology, a minor side quest where you lose all your heart containers because you tried to climb a wet cliff despite having already learned how rain works. But remember, most adults do not consistently hit even basic activity guidelines. So the fact that you are even thinking about progressive overload, reps in reserve, or whether your rear delts are understimulated by doing 8 sets of lengthened, focused single-arm cable reverse flies already puts you in a very weird minority. The real game isn't perfection, it's sticking it in. No, I mean, pulling it out. What I actually want to say, it's sticking around. Finding a way of training that you can keep doing through different seasons of the moon. Tired season, stressed season, hunting season, new job season, mildly dissociating but still doing leg press season. You start a new hobby, you ride, you hit a wall, you ride again, you lose your head, you ride again, your horse almost gets stolen. You drink some caffeine, you succeed. Until one day you realize, I guess, this is just who I am now. No need to wear a mask anymore. The bad news? This doesn't happen in 48 hours. Building automatic habits usually takes months, not 3 weeks and a motivational wallpaper featuring links staring at a mountain. If you've been training for a while, there's a good chance you're already a creature of habit with a barbell-shaped identity. On a conceptual paper, going to the gym is just moving metal up and down until you pretty much hate stairs for the rest of your life. But you don't drag yourself there after work just to stimulate your hamstrings. You go because of how you feel when it's over. You walk in tired and stressed, you walk out still tired, still stressed, but now your wheels are burning and somehow that feels better. The Iron Church secretly ticks a bunch of psychological boxes. You feel competent when you realize that running directly at the Lionel was not the ideal move as a beginner, but now you parry it as your warm-up. You feel autonomous because you chose to be there instead of doom-scrolling in bed. And you feel connected even if you never talk to anyone, because we're all silently agreeing to do something difficult and pointless together, like climbing a wall that could easily have been walked around to finally get to the girl of your dreams. It's basically a room full of NPCs occasionally making direct eye contact, and some guy in a stringer with the skin color of a mahogany tree dying right behind you. It's life with clear rules. You enter the dungeon. You die. You become stronger. You try again. You kick the dragon's ass. If you aim at getting a tiny bit better at suffering productively, then every session counts for something bigger than your biceps measurement, which probably is not an impressively large number anyway. Lifting won't magically restore all your hearts, resolve your relationship trauma, or refund the 50,000 you lost in crypto shitcoins recommended by a man with a huge red nose and a fanny pack. But it can make you a little more happy, a little more connected, a little more confident and a slightly more tolerable human to be around. And for most of us, that's already a massive PR.